to go to the merry-go-round. Boop, boop, we're back.
Was that as good for you as it was for me?
Okay, I want to talk to you even more because I want you to help me.
Excellent. I'm here.
Good luck.
I'm going to read this again because I want to be dramatic. We have with us James Gregg, president of Red Bow and White Box, a new fundraising website that helps people raise money for what's important to you, the audience out there right now. Film, bands, production needs, projects, weddings, you name it. You're giving people a vehicle to realize their dreams.
Yes, we are. Yeah, my name is James Gregg, and really what we're talking about today is entrepreneurship and following a dream, embracing it. About a year and a half ago, my wife and I were getting married, and we sat back, and the last thing we wanted to do was register. We were in our late 30s, and the last thing we wanted was another blender to put on the cabinet, or
China.
Yeah. I mean, we have China. It's
Dildos.
We have glasses and forks and spoons. So what we really envisioned was, why isn't there a site that we could offer that tells people about who the couple is, about what they're doing, offer a video, have them be able to put in their own pictures, their own words, and develop amounts, which we called gift tiles, that their friends, family, and supporters would look at and select. In other words, one of the gift tiles might be the first notes as the bride walks down the aisle for $10.
I have to interrupt, though. We have a new feature. We got an email. I don't know if it's the president of Guatemala, but whoever it is says he loves this hat, and I want to thank you again.
It is a great hat.
It's Mediterranean hats, real Panama hats. I'm sorry, continue.
We really reflected about, a fundraising website that gives anyone, in our particular case, it was a wedding.
So that was the idea in this situation, and then you developed an idea coming from that, the abstract.
We actually looked at it as a registry,
Yeah.
as what it would be for a wedding, what that need would be, or for a honeymoon. But then we sat back and we really realized that, this could work for films. It could work for bands. It could work for Nanette and her novel, for her to put it out there and to say, I love you, I understand what you're doing, and I want to help.
I have one probing question, though. What do you give people advice how they can set up this site to make people want to give money? You have to make sure people get a benefit from it. I mean, how do you reach people to actually make them want to take the time to dial that money up to them, or however you do it, by PayPal or whatever you do?
Well, in theory, it's
my
Red Bow
hat's
White
on
Box.
backwards, says the president. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Your face is on backwards.
Sorry.
In theory, redbowwhitebox.com is an opportunity for, let's say, Kurt here. If you wanted to start your band, and
He tried.
and when you would come to Red
Been
Bow
there,
White
done
Box,
that.
you'd come to redbowwhitebox.com, and you'd come to our front page, you'd register, and you'd be immediately presented with, what do you want to do? What is your dream? And you'd say, I really want to do a band. And you'd select it, and a page would come up that is rough, that would guide you through the process. In other words, we want to see pictures of Kurt. We want to see what his goal is, what his dream is. We want to hear about his dream. We want a video that has you playing music to say, you know what, I believe in you. But then we give you the opportunity to, with Facebook, social media, et cetera, that we have the ability to plaster that contribution page to something.
My dream is to go to sleep.
Understood. So you might develop a gift tile that says, Kurt really wants to take a nap. ZZZZ, $25. And Adam, you might believe in that. And you might really think that Kurt really needs some sleep after all this caffeine.
We're getting an email. No one wants to see any pics of Kurt already. That was a quick one that came in.
Yeah. We get an email. Nobody wants to see Adam's talk show.
And
that's
it could
not
work
really
that
real,
way
because
as well.
okay.
You could say, I don't want Kurt's picture to be on here for $50.
No, this sounds good,
And them
though.
contributing might present you with taking that picture off.
So you help the people,
Right.
and you give them all these avenues to sell what they want.
Well, what makes us different from anything else, one, we approach it as a registry. Two, we're in the internet spectrum. Red Bow White Box is really the mom and pop store of the street. In other words, our passion, our heart, we actually care. So when you register with redbowwhitebox.com, we actually introduce ourselves to you. And if you have a problem or at any point a curiosity, we're there.
Oh, it's personal. You're not the man behind the curtain, untouchable.
No,
on the
we're
12th
very
floor
accessible,
office.
and
You
along
are
the way,
a good deed doer.
well, along the way, we try to offer help. In other words, if you're stuck with gift tiles, I'll call you up and say, hey, how can I help?
I'm stuck on this show.
And, right. And if you've put it out there to your friends and family and supporters, and you haven't quite hit yet, I'll come back with an email to say, have you tried this? Have you tried
So you do
that?
give guidance.
And so about a week
You
later,
hold
I'll
hands,
say,
right.
now's the time for you to try this other method. And a week from that, it's like, well,
Right.
have you been doing all these other methods as well? And because, quite honestly, your success is our success. I actually passionately want you, as a registered client of redbullwhitebox.com, to succeed.
But you're already very. You're pretty-
Emblematically,
Right.
this is what we do. Our web page is a gift. And, Adam, if you'd open that up.
Please hold this.
Just open up, because
I'll go to the-
emblematically, we are a present.
I go to openings of anything. That's why when I-
And what you do as a client,
Adam's back door is
is-
always open.
we simply offer the opportunity for you to collect money to follow your dream. That is it. That is emblematically exactly what we do.
Straight out of an infomercial.
This is home, though.
Money, money!
It was an arts and crafts session, I have to say.
So, you already are pretty successful. Well, I like the symbolism. That's great. I like someone with original thinking, which they just showed on the air. But what happens if you get even more
always the first
successful?
time.
How are you going to keep this personal service?
Actually, that's something that we're going to strive to make sure that we embrace. I understand, actually, in the creation of this thing, it's not a small endeavor. It took about a year and 2 months to...
Yeah, who believed in you?
You might want to outsource and hire people from India to handle all the phone calls.
Actually, my wife and I had Donna, who is just the most beautiful woman in the world. She inspires me. As you call it, a muse. She really presented the registry idea, and through talks, it was kind of like we were in college again at
So you kind of
3 in the morning.
you collaborate with her
and,
on this.
Oh yeah, we would just talk and be like, oh, what if it was this? And if this happens, it's this. And if this. And it's really the wonderful encapsulation of what a dream is and what it takes to get there.
And you can help people at the same time. You're
Well,
into the-
in the beginnings, we were helping ourselves.
Right.
And then we thought back to ourselves, who do we know that who has the knowledge to make us take the next step? And that's where, we called her very good friend, Lawrence Greenberg, who has just been incredible. And he's quite the partner.
He's also a
Larry's
savant.
involved
when
in
it-
this?
Yes, he is.
He's also a savant when it comes to computer programming, too.
His advice has been, just, night and day. Just a beautiful thing.
But now, if
because
you could stop crashing cars, you'd be fine.
Are there pictures of zombies on your website?
Lawrence does have a zombie etiquette webpage, which anyone could look up.
Oh, we just got another email. Do you want to read that? Hi, if you want to read it.
Hi, everybody. Is giving me gifts. Is there a brain in that bag for Kurt?
I like that. Whoever thought that up.
Unfortunately,
$10.
Who's writing this?
After Adam's success, there is just no
that's-
brain.
Is
left.
one of Site's kids out there writing that?
But what I like, you just did a fundamental thing that people forget. It's a visual medium. You presented something visual, and you also made a story out of it. What's in the box? What's going to come out? It gets people's attention. You want to know. It's simple.
But sometimes you want to think outside of the red box.
Well, going to Red Bull White Box is thinking outside the box within the box. Because sometimes thinking out so far outside the box, you end up right back in there. And talk about existential.
I can't think inside the box because I was never in the box.
I'm waiting for an email about that.
So where are you right now? You're working. It's you and your wife. Larry. Who else is?
Right now, it's really us pounding the pavement every day. It's right now baby steps. We had a soft launch about 2 months ago. We hopefully will have a
A
hard
soft lunch?
Yeah.
What is a
What
soft
is that? I
launch?
never heard of that.
It's where you kind of put your product out there to the world, and you are constantly taking notes and
Well,
making
what
sure
does that mean? This is purely on the internet.
It is purely on the
By
internet.
soft, you mean software, or soft. Soft lunch. You're not actually meeting the people.
Correct.
It's virtual.
Well, when I say soft launch, I mean that it's out there, but we are only now beginning the hard launch of advertising and really
Okay, soft
getting
launch,
it out
hard
there.
launch, okay.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
But what's amazing is in the last 2 months that we've been out there,
I thought you said
Our
lunch,
client-
by the way. That's what I thought
our
launch.
client list has really come from unimaginable places. Right now we have about 150 clients. We've had several successful campaigns.
150 is a big number.
Well, in the aspect, the big world of what we do, it's still a small number.
But it keeps you busy
but
already. It's growing.
It presents it fortifies you, and it really creates a sense of I want to continue. I want to keep going. Their success, I'm feeling it.
It gives you hope.
Dear God, sometimes you just need hope, and sometimes you
we
need a
all
fight.
need that. We all need a little positive response. We need to believe that
therapy
what we're
session for
doing
him.
can happen. We need feedback that's sometimes positive.
And sometimes in the puzzle of creating what you do, the one piece that you're missing is that $300 just to enact it, that $500 just to make it kick over the top,
It's
or that
something you-
$3,000 to make it happen. And this is
Yeah.
what the website does.
And it's something you should do. You got to take a risk sometimes, and you have to invest in people who can help you. Or else
Yeah.
you won't know. You just don't know, and you can't do everything on your own anyway. If you can't do it, you have to find someone else who can help you.
But one has to, when you create a contribution page, it's not magic. Nothing is magic. Nothing just happens on its own. Quite honestly, why we engage so much with our clients is that it really takes a fortified, passionate person to create a page and not stop talking about it during their campaign. In other words, they should be developing a strategy. They should be developing, I should be talking about this a lot.
It's hard to market yourself without making an ass out of yourself.
And it's a very fine
For you,
line.
maybe.
But quite honestly, in today's world, the tools that we have that we are presented with, you using those tools is nothing for you to be embarrassed about.
And James is selling me because at least you have someone in your corner, someone you can bounce an idea or get some help with,
Right.
someone to hold your hand. And Kurt, were you in a bar in Camden once called Pandora's Box? Trixie. That's a yes. That's the only way he can get close to a woman.
Oh, wait, that was you?
A transvestite, probably a transvestite prostitute. No, but I believe in that.
Named Adam.
And if this show, now like it to me,
Adam, I know it's
if
you.
this show helps you, let's say you get more business from this show, then will you give me a discount if I go?
What I will do is if you want to come and do a page, I will more than happy to help you out with it. I mean, it's just one of our promotional. If you just,
But don't you
there
have
go.
to have don't you have to have viewers for the show to get people to?
And
Maybe
I have
10,000 viewers.
every confidence that the 60,000 households that this actually
We get about
hits,
10,000, I've been told, after 4.
will at least hear what I'm saying.
Did you know that I've never been recognized on the street for doing this show?
And I do all the time.
And he does all the time.
It's
And
weird.
Look at that face.
I'm better looking than him. I'm more congenial.
I think it's the promotional pictures at the very beginning of the show.
You're kind of a PR guy, though. Why do you think that is? I just give a more accessible vibe to people. Or they're just mad at me, maybe.
I think that you've been the enduring presence on this
It's-
show,
I'm
and
the
that
brand.
enduring
I'm the
presence,
brand.
they feel comfort, and they look at you, and they recognize the show and you.
Right.
It's a quality that
Breezin
we-
is emblematic of you.
It's like Ford, Ford
Right.
company, yeah.
It's a quality that we call
And I
disgust.
dare say, within a year or two, Kurt, you're going to be right there.
Shoot me if it happens.
I think you should do this, Kurt. Kurt, you tried in music. I actually think he's talented with his
No,
stand-up comedy.
I promote my paintings these days. I do paintings and
What have you
I actively
sold?
promote.
What have you sold?
I've never sold anything, but
Thank you.
I'm going to be world
Next.
famous and big. You know
Next.
why?
It's
Because
lonely
I've
at the
got
top.
big
Someone saying,
balls.
someone has just written in, it's lonely at the top. Well, for Kurt, that's the illusion on top.
Yeah.
No, you should. Kurt, I'm serious. Why don't you invest in someone else?
Would you believe that
Has your way worked?
Your shirt is worse than your hat?
Has your way worked? I think you have talent.
Of course not. But,
Yeah, so
but
why
I've
don't you
never
do
given
something-
up. I have never given up.
Yes, but 0 of 0 is 0.
And when you're ready not to give up,
This is
there.
someone
No, I have some good leads. I have some
Good
good leads
leads.
to New York City galleries.
His drawings on bathroom stalls. Yes, a poet. Yeah, that's probably the
How do you
closest
think we met?
Pandora's box,
That
baby.
was the first website he went to.
Don't tell my wife about Trixie. Trixie in Camden. That crack was
That was your
bad.
wife?
No. No, but this is someone you need.
Now, one thing that we also are engaged in really trying to move forward with is advertising, obviously. A lot of websites, everyone's been there. They look on the page, and all of a sudden there's a website of TJ Maxx on the side. But what we're trying to do really is these gift tiles that I mentioned before is actually trying to garner sponsors for them. So in other words, if you're a first-time college student going to school and you want to self-create your own scholarship because, quite honestly, the college bills, I mean, when I went to school, they were like a tenth of what it is now.
It's not accessible.
It's crazy. I look back and I'm like, if I had someone, like a child going into college today, I don't know what I would do. But what I would probably think of is going to redbowwhitebox.com and asking friends and family to say, you know, can you help out with books? Or can you help out with, you know, even one credit of 1 unit?
Or here, can you help out with birth control?
Right. But with that, these gift tiles that I'm alluding to, I mean, in general, one of the things we're really trying to do is garner like Domino's Pizza to sponsor a tile, to say like, you know, a healthy lunch break so you're not killing yourself over finals week by Domino's Pizza.
Right, no.
And that's...
In our final minute, though, let's go over again your businesses and website and everything.
The business is redbowwhitebox.com.
Redbow White Box.
And it's an individual fundraising site, really for whatever is important to you.